Hey everyone, I'm Seth with Spoken Gospel. One of the most famous verses in Jonah is chapter 1:17, and it says this: "Now the Lord provided a huge fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights." But what you might not know about the fish that swallowed Jonah is that it was a living picture of Israel's coming exile. Let me explain. Israel was supposed to invite all nations to experience the abounding love and coming kingdom of God. And in doing so, Israel would bless the world. But as Israel's kingdom dragged on, it abandoned this calling, and it became more interested in preserving their national interest and bringing blessing to the world. And just like his country, the prophet Jonah refused to proclaim God's message of mercy to the Ninevites. And so, for Jonah's disobedience, God sent this fish to swallow up his prophet. And in doing so, God also gives Israel a living picture of the consequences for failing to invite the world into an experience of his mercy. Israel, too, like Jonah, will be swallowed in exile. Now, the reason I know this is because many of the Bible's prophets describe Israel's exile like a swallowing. The prophet Amos described Israel's coming exile as a descent to the bottom of the sea where a giant sea snake would devour them. The prophet Jeremiah describes Israel's exile as being swallowed by a monster of the deep. And historically, when the Assyrian king finally exiles Israel, he takes a giant hook, rams it through the king of Israel's nose, and drags him off the throne like a fish. Jonah is a fascinating book, and it's about a lot more than just a big fish. Everything that happens to Jonah is a prophecy. He is a sign. He represents Israel and the consequences of failing to live up to her calling.